Good afternoon, everyone. Lovely to be with you this afternoon, and how exciting to be talking about honeymoons today, especially when I look out the window and it's all grey and miserable. So nice to be talking about somewhere hot and sunny. Well, if that's your choice, of course. My name's Rachel Tredwell from Not Just Travel, also known as your travel fairy godmother. I help people find their perfect honeymoon by digging down really deep and finding out what it is they really want, even if they're unsure themselves. I'm there from the dream to the memory, and that's why I'm known as the Travel Fairy Godmother. So Not Just Travel is under the Hays umbrella, and we have access to over 450 suppliers, some of whom are trade only, so you wouldn't be able to find those holidays, which is why I've invited my lovely friend Gemma across today to talk to you about the holidays that she has on offer. We can find you basically any type of holiday or honeymoon you want. And all my holidays are ABTA and ATOL protected, as you would expect in this ever-changing climate. And basically, you just tell me how much you'd like to spend, and I will shop around for you and find the best offer and the best match for you. You just leave me to do all the painful stuff, and you can enjoy the trip. I'll give all the attention to detail that you deserve. If you want my details, by the way, if you just scan the QR code, all my details will come up. So you'll have all my social links and my email and telephone number. But I'm now going to hand over to Gemma Pinder-Davidson from If Only to talk to you all about what she can offer you for your fantastic honeymoon. Thank you, Gemma.
Thanks, Rachel. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm just going to take you through a few slides, and I really just wanted to give you some kind of inspiration and some ideas on some of the destinations that we offer as a tour operator and places that you might like to travel on your own honeymoon. So just to tell you a little bit about If Only, we're a luxury long haul operator. So all the destinations that I'm going to be telling you about this afternoon are slightly further afield, but obviously a honeymoon's a very special trip. So it is worth going that little bit further. But one thing I did just want to mention before I get started is at If Only Holidays, we do have a peace of mind guarantee in place at the moment. So if you do make any bookings with ourselves and it is affected by COVID. Obviously, that's something that's playing on everybody's minds at the moment. But if your holiday is affected by COVID, so maybe borders end up closing, you can't travel, maybe if you fell ill with COVID, you are able to get a full refund on your holiday, or you can postpone it, or you can change it. So I think it's just nice to know that that's available to you when you do book with us. So just to show you some of the destinations that we feature, these are our beautiful brochures. And as you can see, we go to some really, really nice destinations. And we do have a website where you can actually view our brochures at the moment. So if you do fancy going to a certain area of the world, you can jump onto our website and have a little look at the brochures. But just to give you a feel for the destinations that we offer, I'm just going to check actually that I've got the video sound on. There we go. I'm just going to play you a little short video clip that will show you some of the beautiful destinations that we do at If Only. you might have seen some destinations on there that you fancy going to, or you might have seen somewhere that you actually fancy going to now. But I thought how I would share some ideas with you this afternoon was, first of all, thinking about what do you actually want from your honeymoon. Obviously, it's a really, really special holiday, and different people want different things out of it. So for some people, it's all about relaxation, to recover from all the wedding planning. For some people, it's an opportunity to have a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, or maybe to experience a new destination. For others, maybe they just want to get away from life in general and spend some quality time with their new husband or wife. Other people might have blown the budget on the wedding, but still want to go on honeymoon, but are looking for something that's that little bit affordable. There's lots of people who now actually travel on honeymoon with their family, because they may already have families. So the only way they're going to get away is by bringing the kids along too. And then some people are just short on time. So, you know, they might want to go to some exotic destination, but if they're only going for a short period of time, they need to factor this in as well. So what I've done today is pull together some destinations and some offers for honeymoons that would either tick one or more of these boxes. So hopefully this will help you when thinking about where you would like to travel to. So to start off, I'm going to talk about the Middle East, so Arabia. And Arabia is a perfect destination if you're short on time, because it's only a 6.5, 7 hour flight from the UK. So you can kind of go for 4 or 5 nights and it's really manageable. So as you can see, there's a few destinations on my slide there. So Dubai tends to be the most popular one out in Arabia, but we've also got some different destinations like Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, Ajman, Abu Dhabi and Amman. So you could think about those too. But the first offer that I've got today is in Dubai, so perfect for a shorter stay. And it's staying at the stunning Arabian Court Hotel. So you're going to get complete relaxation away from the hustle and bustle of Dubai, but with everything right on your doorstep, so you can still go out and explore. So Arabian Court is actually part of the Royal Mirage complex, and this is made up of 3 hotels situated in beautiful gardens right on Jumeirah Beach in Dubai. So the hotel, you can probably see from that image there, features real traditional Arabian decor, and it really, really is the height of luxury. So the offer that I'm sharing with you today is actually for 5 nights staying at the hotel. It includes complimentary half board and return flights from the UK. So we do have regional flights dependent on where you're based, but based on a flight out of London, that would be 2,249 per person. And that would be, as well as ticking the kind of not too far honeymoon box, also would tick the complete relaxation box, because they really know how to look after guests at one and only. I've also got one more Dubai offer for you, and this one would tick the box if you are taking the family on your honeymoon with you, or you might just be a big kid at heart and want to go and experience lots of different activities. And the Atlantis is perfect, and it's a real iconic hotel in Dubai as well, so a lot of people just want to just fancy staying there. When you stay at the Atlantis, you actually get daily access to Aquaventure. They have a Lost Chambers aquarium, and there's over 30 restaurants and bars, as well as numerous shops. So literally you can go and stay at the Atlantis and you don't need to leave the resort. So yeah, everything is there. So for this offer, you would get 5 nights in an Ocean King double room. You would get half board, so you would get access to all those amazing restaurants. And again, with return flights and private transfers, that one's 1,629. So again, a really, really good price. And there's a couple of lovely shots there of what you could be doing. So if for you, it's about escaping from it all and maybe just spending some quality time with your new husband or wife, Indian Ocean is a real perfect option, and Maldives is probably the most popular resort that we feature in the Indian Ocean, and it's actually the most popular destination that we sell at If Only. There's loads of different options. I could probably spend a whole half an hour just talking about the Maldives to you. So, but I've selected some for today. So the property that I've chosen to speak to you about is the Heritons Ara. And it's absolutely stunning, as you can see from the pictures there, and it really is the perfect island hideaway. So the property is situated in a pristine lagoon surrounded by endless stretches of white beach, and you can see that from the image. So for this one, just look at that photo. I want to be sat on that hammock. So you can stay in an exclusive split level ocean suite with a private plunge pool. So yeah, you probably don't have to leave your room. You can just get room service and stay there. But staying at this property, you get premium all-inclusive. You get 2 complimentary excursions if you do want to venture out. You also get a complimentary massage at the spa and a face scan. I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds very exciting. So that one starts from 3,589 from London. The 3,579 price is actually from Dublin. So I don't know if we've got anybody from Ireland listening today. But yes, that price includes your return flights and your speedboat transfers. So it just looks absolutely idyllic. If you fancy the Indian Ocean, but maybe don't want to do the Maldives, somewhere a little bit more different is Seychelles. And we've got a really, really nice property that we work with, Raffles, out in the Seychelles. And as you can see, it looks absolutely gorgeous. And we've got a lovely offer out there at the moment. And I just love this. They describe Raffles in the Seychelles as a world-class resort for those seeking an intimate break in paradise, an oasis of laid-back luxury. The resort instills a sense of well-being and creates an atmosphere of blissful relaxation, ideal for the paradise seeker. So who would not want that on their honeymoon? So you can stay at Raffles for 10 nights in a private plunge pool villa with a complimentary upgrade to half board. And this one comes in from 3,919 per person, and again includes return flights with Emirates from London and private transfers. So yeah, Seychelles is definitely on my list of places to do, and what a great place to go on your honeymoon. Okay, moving east now. Some people might want to try a new destination, or as I mentioned, might want to have a once in a lifetime trip. And going to the Far East really gives you some good options there. So the first offer that I've got, if you do fancy seeing some different destinations, but also actually whilst keeping to maybe a bit of a lower budget, this one's absolutely perfect for you. So this offer starts off with a 4-night stay at the beautiful Shangri-La Hotel in Singapore, which you can see on the screen there. But then you actually move on and you spend 2 nights in Kuala Lumpur at the Shangri-La property there. And then you head off to your final destination for 7 nights at the Shangri-La Rasaria Resort and Spa, which is in Kota Kinabalu in Borneo. So a chance for you to really kind of submerge yourself in some wildlife, and there's lots of kind of wildlife excursions that you can take part in. And this is an absolutely fantastic price from £2,039 per person. That's actually based on a Manchester departure. We do have it from London as well. But I just think this is a really nice one because you're getting to see lots of new places and maybe experience something that you wouldn't on a normal holiday. So I think a honeymoon's a good excuse to do that. Now, this next suggestion that I've got for you really is a once in a lifetime trip, and it's one that both Rachel and I have been lucky enough to experience. So as part of this trip, you'll get to stay at this beautiful hotel that's up on the screen there, which is the Cape Nidra Hotel in Hua Hin. But first of all, you will be flying to Singapore and you will spend 3 nights at the Shangri-La Hotel there. And then the highlight of the trip is boarding the stunning Eastern and Oriental Express for a 2-night stay, during which you will travel from Singapore through Malaysia to Bangkok. Now, Rachel, you did this for your honeymoon, didn't you?
I did, yes. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. The food on board is just out of this world. And the whole experience is just magical. They did get one thing wrong. We had our fortune told on the Orient Express, and they told me that I probably wouldn't have children and I'd be very rich. It's the other way around. I've got 4 children and I'm not very rich.
Oh, what a shame. But yeah, it is. I feel absolutely blessed that chances are as well, and it is out of this world, and it's just so luxurious on board the train, and so civilized, and you know there's basically nothing to do apart from relax and take in the stunning scenery, and you're literally waited on hand and foot with this amazing food and afternoon tea in your cabin, and yeah, it's absolutely superb. So on this trip, when you arrive in Bangkok, you'll actually stay at the Banyan Tree for a couple of nights, and then you head off for some beach experience at the end, and you'll go to Hua Hin to the Cape Endura Hotel, which I showed you at the beginning. So this really is a once in a lifetime trip, and Rachel and I can't recommend it highly enough. And this offer starts from 5,299 from London, and this, I think, gives you a little idea. There's a few slides here, kind of gives you an idea of some of the stuff that you'd be seeing and experiencing. So that's actually at the back of the train, you can see there, where you can watch the world passing by. And I know when I did it, we were kind of passing through paddy fields 1 minute, and then as we went into Malaysia, we were going through the jungle and you could see monkeys in the trees. And then obviously you're getting the chance to experience some of Thailand at the end, and Bangkok's such a cosmopolitan city, and then a chill on the beach at the end. So yeah, that sounds like a good honeymoon.
And the bridge over the River Kwai was really interesting, wasn't it, as well, Gemma?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got the excursion. So we did one which we stopped kind of in the Malay jungle and then did bridge over the River Kwai too. So yeah, fantastic on that. Can't recommend it highly enough. But kind of talking about once in a lifetime trips, moving across, and I'm not going to actually talk to you about Australia and New Zealand today, but that's actually where I did my honeymoon. So Australia is an amazing place to go on honeymoon. But we're going to talk to you about the Pacific Islands and Bora Bora in particular, which again is somewhere which Rachel's experienced, so she can tell us a bit more about that in a second. But this is an absolutely great offer, and it's staying at the stunning Conrad Bora Bora Nui, and it actually includes 13 nights staying there, and you also get a 1 night in Tahiti as well. So you get to experience the Intercontinental in Tahiti. And Rachel, I presume Bora Bora is as magical as it looks on all the pictures.
It is my absolute favourite beach destination. I've been to the Maldives, I've been to lots of places in the Caribbean, Seychelles, Mauritius. Bora Bora tops it all. I think it's because it's as stunning as the Maldives, but there's more to it than just a resort. You've got a whole island of culture and things to do on the island. And again, the service there is just second to none. And you can walk out and just look down. You don't even have to put your head in the water. The snorkeling is unreal. It's just, yeah, absolutely amazing place.
Yeah, it looks stunning. And that's it, like Maldives is perfect if you're wanting to go and relax, and if you like kind of laying on a beach or on a sun lounger and, you know, snorkeling and stuff. But that's the thing, you know, if you go to somewhere like Bora Bora, I need to go. I'm lucky enough to have been to Fiji, which was amazing, and I think that's very similar because you still get that, you know, like amazing clear waters, and see there's actually some culture and there's more to see and do if you want to get out and about and explore. So yeah, Bora Bora sounds perfect for that. But yeah, if this dream holiday sounds like your perfect honeymoon, the offer that we've got includes 14 nights accommodation in total. It includes your flights and your boats transfers, and that one's 7,749 based on a London flight. So yeah, real bucket list stuff that. But just to finish off, we're going to go Caribbean, Mexico way, and we've got a really nice offer here, which again is perfect if you are taking the kids on your honeymoon with you, but still perfect if there's just the two of you traveling and you just want to go and relax and chill. And again, this offer is really good value for money. So as you can see from the price there, it is a really good price point. And so this offer includes 7 nights in a premium deluxe room at the Dreams Riviera Cancun Resort and Spa. It's all inclusive, but it's the all inclusive is different to some Caribbean resorts. So it's a la carte dining. You don't have to make reservations. It's premium brand drinks. It is really lovely. And the 1,279 price includes flights from London. And as I mentioned before, the Dreams properties do have lots of fantastic facilities for children as well to keep them entertained. But if you did want to do something to make your honeymoon extra special, you can actually upgrade at the hotel. So anybody who upgrades to a preferred Club Ocean View room or higher receives a Dreams Eternity honeymoon package, which is actually worth over $1,000. So if you're interested in making your honeymoon that little bit extra special, it's worth doing that. And you get things included like sparkling wine and fresh fruit when you arrive. You get a breakfast in bed with mimosas. You get massage treatment. You get a dinner on the beach. So yeah, it really is worthwhile looking at that. And this property also do weddings. So if anybody does fancy jetting off and getting married abroad, I can't recommend Mexico enough because I actually got married in Mexico. So yeah, there's some really nice complimentary wedding packages as well if you book a certain room type. But yeah, this is a real nice one for a honeymoon, maybe on a slightly tighter budget. So yeah, so hopefully that was a bit of a whistle-stop tour there. I'm hoping that's kind of giving you some inspiration and some ideas on kind of what type of honeymoon you might be looking for, what kind of destination you might like to go to. And Rachel, I'm not sure if you've seen if anybody's popped up any questions or...
No, there haven't been any questions at the moment, but we're happy to take questions. So if you've got any, please let us know. And I'm just going to remind you that this QR code here has got all my details on it. And Gemma, that was an amazing presentation. And I too would like to be sitting in one of those hammocks somewhere. I wouldn't mind where, actually. I wouldn't be choosy.
I know. It makes you realise how much you miss travel, because obviously we've not been able to do it for this past year. But I do think this past year does make you realise that, you know, if you have always planned that dream trip, but, you know, if you've always wanted to have that bucket list experience, you know, your honeymoon is the perfect opportunity to do it. So do it. You know, you're hopefully only going to have one honeymoon. And yes, we've realised that we don't know what's around the corner next. So I think it is really worthwhile making the honeymoon as much a part of the wedding as the wedding, to be fair. For me, that was probably the highlight, planning my own honeymoon in Australia. And I was very spoiled because I got married in Mexico as well. So I did have a gap in between the two. I wanted to spread out the fun.
I had a surprise honeymoon, so I didn't know where I was going at all. And
wow.
It was amazing. So we had 5 days in Bali, and then we flew up to Singapore, spent the night in Singapore, and then did the Eastern Orient Express, and then flew back from Bangkok immediately back to Singapore and stayed in Raffles. It was just amazing.
Wow. Gold
amazing.
Stars to your husband for
organising.
I hope there's some husbands listening to this who are going to organise something as amazing for their brides.
Yes.
But yeah, I love Singapore as a destination as well.
Me too.
Again, if you were a little bit shorter on time, you could go and spend an amazing 5 nights in Singapore and stay at an iconic hotel like Raffles and have an absolutely amazing experience.
And there's so much to do in Singapore now. It's expanded even since I was there. There is enough for it to be a destination in itself, isn't it, Gemma?
Yeah, totally. And again, if you were wanting that kind of like beach experience too, you've got Sentosa Island.
Yeah.
A lot of the offers that we put together actually have a stay in Singapore itself, in terms of staying at Raffles or one of the city hotels. And then we take people out to Sentosa Island so they can go and relax and recharge their batteries. And there's some beautiful properties on Sentosa as well. So yeah, that's it. There's so many options when you look at long haul that you can kind of tick everybody's boxes. So, you know, if one of you is wanting to just go and relax and maybe the other one of you wants to go and explore or have an experience, by going that bit further afield, you can probably put something together that's going to suit everybody and make sure everybody's happy.
Absolutely. And I think it's quite difficult sometimes to choose. Sometimes you just don't know where you want to go, do you?
Yeah.
And I guess that's maybe where I can come in, or I can come in and have a chat with you. We can sit down and see what you like and what you don't like, and then narrow it down from there. And obviously I've got fantastic suppliers on hand to help me. And I think the most important starting point is to work out how much you can spend.
Yeah.
Because we can go from there. We can work around everything, but the really important key thing is your spend level, really, isn't it, Gemma? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. And also I think some people might perceive that they can't afford to go long haul. They might think, oh yeah, you know, we've only got X amount of budget left for the honeymoon, so we're going to have to go to Europe or whatever. But I think when you look at some of the offers which we've looked at today, you know, factor long haul in. Even if you have got time constraints, obviously Dubai is an option, but you can get really good value for money if you do go that little bit further. And also, you know, factoring in, like if you go to the property like the Dreams in Cancun, you know, you practically don't need to take any money with you, because you've literally got all of your amazing food and drink included. And then if you do upgrade to one of the higher room categories and you can get something like one of those honeymoon packages included as well, it really is such fantastic value for money. But yeah, you need that kind of budget as a starting point, and then you can kind of see what options are available to you.
Oh, and just one thing while we're talking about that, I like you all to know that we do a honeymoon list as well. So you might, instead of lodging your wedding list at John Lewis or wherever, you could lodge it with us and get people to pay for your honeymoon. How brilliant is that? And we also do direct debit payments, which really does help. And the suppliers at the moment are amazing. We've got offerings through to 2023 in some cases, haven't we? Which is virtually unheard of. And if you pay by direct debit, it makes it much more affordable.
No, definitely. And that's the thing, because when people are planning weddings and honeymoons, it is normally in advance. And that can sometimes be a bit of an issue, because people are wanting to get their honeymoon booked so they know that they've got something in place. But sometimes it's not physically possible to book that far out. But with everything that's happened, over the past 12 months, it's probably the best time ever for booking a honeymoon, because so many suppliers have got access to prices and can put packages together so much further out. So probably on an average year, you wouldn't be able to book stuff so far in advance, but at the moment it is possible because people have had to make that product available. So yeah, it's
definitely. And there's, you know, what you touched on it because you got married abroad as well. But yes, that's something to bear in mind. You might like to get married abroad and combine it with your honeymoon, because that reduces the cost massively. Because some of the hotel suppliers or supplier will you can have a free wedding because they know that you're going to be bringing a lot of guests. Yeah. So they will do a free package, won't they? Sometimes.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. And a lot of the accommodations, particularly like Mexico is a prime example. If you book a certain room category, you do get a wedding package included, and they include so many different things. So we had photography, I had my bouquet, we had buttonholes, we had a private venue for our wedding breakfast. It did work out such good value for money. And even the cost of it, because we had more people, we actually had 30 people, which is quite a lot probably for a destination wedding, and I think we got 20 included, but it was still such good value for money adding the extra people on, and it allowed us to get married abroad with our close family and friends. But because it was so cost effective, we were then able to have a massive party back in the UK when we got back, and then I was able to spread out the fun and go on my honeymoon to Australia.
You had it all.
I do, Gemma. Yeah, and I got to wear my dress twice, so I do highly recommend getting married abroad. But
that's talking about wearing your dress twice. That's something else that you can do. You can take your wedding dress if you've got married here and you want those stunning beach photos. You can take your wedding dress to the Maldives, say, and get a photographer. A lot of the hotels will offer that, won't they, Gemma? And I know that I've had friends that have done that, and you go to that deserted desert island and have those beautiful wedding shots.
Yeah, so many options. I think it's worth getting remarried just for another or maybe I'll just go back to Mexico and renew my vows. But but yeah, hopefully that's given everybody some food.
I think so. I'll just check. I don't think there are any actual questions come in now. So but it would be great to touch base with anybody that wants to get in touch. And I've obviously got access to all those offers that Gemma was sharing. And as I keep saying, these are my contact details. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Gemma. That was an amazing presentation.
No, thanks for inviting me. And I hope everyone has a great afternoon.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.